Good morning, everybody. This is Motivation Mornings with Marnie and Melissa. I'm Melissa Houston. I'm a health insurance specialist and financial planner in Victoria, BC, and I took Japanese in high school and university.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Marnie Dangerfield, and I'm a wellness and intentional creativity coach here in Victoria, BC as well. And we were just talking about this. I took Japanese in high school, not university, but in high school. So Japanese language connection this morning.
Yeah,
Just discovered.
Thanks to this video, because we were noticing the paints have some Japanese. So speaking of the video, right now we are watching Sleep to My Art watercolor sunset landscape painting demo for relaxing fall asleep video ASMR. Some of these videos have very long names. Which is posted on YouTube by Laura Colors 2. That's the American color spelling and TOO if you're looking for it.
That's great. You just picked the best videos. Thank you for this. It's mesmerizing and very calming. So I'll just give a bit of an overview. Oh, good morning. Yes, that's right. Please do mention in the chat, say hello, or let us know if you're watching this on YouTube. Good morning, Maggie. So glad you're here with us live. So we're going to start, as always, with our value statement. And we're going to switch it up a little bit this morning. Melissa will start with her inspiration. I'll do mine, and then Melissa takes the floor for the wellness tip. It's going to be financial wellness tip. Yes, last Wednesday of the month. And then Melissa will share our contact info and motivational quote before we sign off.
All right. So our value statement. Today we gather
in the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
to express compassion,
and to enjoy this gift of life.
Yeah.
Thanks we're all here together this morning doing that. Yes.
Yeah. So as we're sharing our inspirations for this morning, again, please feel free to join us in the group chat. Hopefully you can see it. We had a little bit of correspondence with Maggie already. So my thing I wanted to share today is probably a little bit closer to what your wellness tips are. A little bit closer in that category. Yesterday on my meditation app, I was looking through, trying to find one that I felt like doing. And I came across one called a sound bath. Have you ever done a sound bath? I'm curious.
I am absolutely intrigued because no, I do not know what this is.
Oh, okay. Now I'm really excited that you don't know. So I guess this is, I don't know when it became a thing, but it incorporates some sound with your meditation. I'm going to read some things from an article just for more information. But my experience of it was still a guided meditation, but there was very relaxing, meditative kind of music in the background. And it just added another layer of, I guess just, I don't know, to me it felt like it was doing something to my subconscious to help me quiet my mind and get into a meditative state. But I felt noticeably just more peaceful and calmer at the end of the meditation. So I was just like, I want to do this again. I need to look into this. So in the article I found about sound, talk a little bit about the history of the correlation between sound and healing. Something happened. There was some beeping. Oh, Okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully everyone can still hear. Can you hear me still okay, Marnie?
I can still hear you. Yes, there's a little bit of static every now and then, but then you clear up. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
good there. But there, yeah, you're good
Not
now.
sure. Okay. Oh, I'll
Okay,
just
so I'm
keep
just
going.
gonna. I just noticed Rose is having some issue. I'm just gonna write in the chat.
Here?
Oh no, that's not good. Technical difficulties. Oh, sorry that you're having trouble there, Mom. Keep working at it. Okay, so there was some studies done about sound and healing. They proved that music could lower your blood pressure, decrease pulse rate, and assist with the parasympathetic nervous system. Which I feel like if you have listened to some soothing spa like music, you probably have already experienced this to some extent, just maybe not have incorporated it with meditation. But I guess the person who wrote the article said that the app version is really good, but having sound baths live are even better. And I did have a look, and there seems to be some occasionally in Victoria, so I'm really excited to try and experience that. And they use different things like Tibetan singing bowls, I think they're called. Sometimes they use more digital music. But let's see. So this, on the website or on the article again, there was a sound therapist who explains by using particular combinations of rhythms and frequencies, it's possible to shift our normal beta state, alert, concentrating, reacting, to an alpha, creative, relaxed, and even theta, meditative state, and delta, deep state, where restoring and healing can occur. So it's just another tool to help get your mind in the right, well, not right, but to alter the state of your mind in ways that are beneficial for you. So check it out. Check it out if if you meditate, if you think that sounds interesting, because my experience, which is only once over, but I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to share it.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm curious to.
Oh my goodness.
So I think somebody's unmuted, and I know Melissa. I don't know if you can read the chat.
Yeah, we're having some tech issues. I'm sorry, everybody.
Morning.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
I know. I'm a bit stumped. So I'm sorry and stumped all at the same time.
Yeah.
And curious about the sound bathing. So yeah, I had no idea it was here.
Well, you should check it out and let me know what you think, Marnie.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh, good. She got it to work now.
Oh,
Glad you got it to work.
Yay, thank you. Sorry, couldn't help. Sending good energy. Yay, we're all back on board. And I'm loving this painting. Well, thanks for sharing that, Melissa.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear what you have to share today, Marnie.
So what's inspiring me and motivating me is my morning so far, which may sound funny, I'm not sure, but so it all starts with an early morning walk with me, and that's lovely. And I was listening to, so there's a couple of things that happened. One was I was listening to a fabulous podcast, which I will share in the replay, and I can do it after I'll put it in our comments as well. And it's one I've mentioned before, the 10% Happier podcast, and I know I go on about it, but this particular conversation was so inspiring to me because I just love conversations like this. I'm talking about awareness and becoming awake, and the title of it, so it's episode 228, and the medieval executioner in your head with Valerie Brown. So part of it, that medieval executioner title, like I talk a lot about the inner critic with my work and the inner mean girl, and and dealing with that, and just the name, the medieval executioner. I just love it. Well, that voice, though it's there to protect us, can also really affect our decisions and the choices we make in life and how we're living. So to have it discussed so openly and with compassion, and about the journey of yeah, becoming awake and aware, and our connection to nature. They just cover everything I love pretty much in this conversation. So I was all excited about that, and loving that, knowing that this conversation is being shared all over and other people are going to listen to it, and maybe a seed will get planted. And then as I'm listening to this and getting all motivated and inspired, an owl hoots. So I instantly turn the sound off my podcast because the birds are communicating, and magically a second one. So I was on the road, but basically on either side of me, where I couldn't see them, but there's two owls, one on each side, having a conversation. And so it caused me to pause. I just stopped because there was just something about the sound and being in the middle of it, and looked up, and the clouds, there was these misting clouds and these beautiful stars peeking through in the treetops. And it was just them doing that, just being aware enough to be in the middle of the conversation. There was just this, I don't know, it may sound funny to say, but I just felt like I was a part of all of this. And then looking up, and it was just this moment of awe and gratitude for being in that moment right then and there, and feeling that connection, and the owls. It just, anyway, I know today it's a busy day and all this, and I'm extremely grateful that I know I can just feel back into that moment and just be like, yes, all is well, and and good. And yeah, that's just got me all lit up this morning. So
Oh, that sounds amazing.
thanks. So
And I already, as you were speaking, I've already started the download on that podcast because I have been listening to some of the episodes of 10% Happier. So, yeah, if it was that inspiring and enjoyable for you, I'm sure I will also enjoy it. Thanks, Marnie.
thank you. So I've got my pen and paper at the ready. Always.
Financial wellness. All right. So today I thought I would just touch on bank accounts. Very exciting things that everyone has. So my recommendation to start off with is to have a look at wherever you are banking to see what kind of fees you're paying. And you might know that off the top of your head. But if you don't know, have a look at your statements and see what you are being charged to bank at a particular place. The reason I suggest you do that is a lot of bigger banks, from what I've heard, charge some rather significant fees for not really any reason other than you have an account there. So if you're paying even $5 a month, well, how much that adds up to in a year, and wouldn't you rather be doing something else with that? And I mention that because there are accounts that don't charge you monthly regular fees. They might charge you fees if you're doing something unusual or extraordinary. If you do a lot of e-transfers, banks tend to charge different amounts for those. So if that's something you do a lot, you want to make sure that you are banking somewhere that gives you a certain number for free or a very low cost for the amount that you're doing. And I wanted to bring this up because people generally find changing banks to be quite a hassle, not exactly the easiest thing to do, especially when you have automatic payments that would have to get updated and things like that. But I think it's really important to try to save that money. The banks, they honestly don't need monthly fees from you. So I would suggest looking at credit unions. They often have no fee accounts, and some virtual banks too. With the virtual banks, you want to check them out, make sure they're legit and above board and all of that. But now with the way technology is, there's certainly more of them, and low fees is one of the ways that they try to compete with the banks. So if you need ideas or that, I can suggest them. Fees. I wanted to mention having cash sitting bank accounts. Only for self-employed people, it's pretty common to have a bunch of money set aside for taxes at tax time that you save up. And if you do have a chunk of money sitting in a bank account, please make sure to put it in a high interest bank account, because normal checking or savings accounts tend to pay next to nothing in interest. So if it's going to be sitting there regardless, you may as well be earning as much as possible in it. So again, that's something people like myself might be able to help you with. We have access to some high interest accounts that people may not be aware of, or it might just take you a while to do your own research. So if you don't want to have to do that research, you can probably find someone to help. So that's my recommendation, is to have a look at your bank accounts. Make sure you're not paying fees, or as little as fees as possible. And if you do have any money sitting in them, to make sure that you're earning as much as you can on that money.
Sweet. Such good advice. It makes so much sense. But it's like, oh yeah, I don't know about my monthly fees. So yeah, the access to high interest accounts. So with some of what you do, can you help people with that as well if they have questions, or is that?
Yeah, the banking world is a little bit separate than the investment world. They fall under different regulations, but there is some crossover where institutions and businesses that I work with have access to some of the banking services. So I do set up high interest bank accounts for people, and can help them find some low fee bank accounts as well.
Well, it's great to know. I did not know that. Oh. Woohoo.
That's why I'm sharing.
Yes. Yay.
Oh, and thank you for posting the 10% podcast link on the chat, Marnie. Hopefully you can post that on our recording comments too.
I will. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Getting close to wrap up time. Excuse me. Oh, what's my throat line? So if you have any comments, feedback, ideas you'd like to share with us, feel free to email us at motivation.mornings@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is the best place to keep in touch with us, MM with MM. That's where we post our links for our webcasts here, as well as the recordings. You can also comment and communicate with us on there. Then we have our Instagram, motivation_mornings_with_MM, where I try to post some reminders for our webcast, and then I often share the news quotes. And on our YouTube, that is where we post our webcast after they've been recorded live. So anyone who is not able to join us live can still watch it at their convenience. But feel free to subscribe on there too if you want automatic reminders about when we post it. And thank you so much, everyone who joined us today. Always lovely to see you, Maggie, Rose, and everyone who's watching the recording. Thank you to you as well, taking the time to start your day in an uplifting way, hopefully, or perhaps finish your day in an uplifting way. Okay. Image time, or quote time. This is from my meditation app. Tamara Levitt is the person who does most of the meditations on there. Imagine if, rather than criticizing ourselves, we spent the same amount of time offering ourselves loving acceptance. Who would we be then?
Unlimited. Yes, I love it.
I thought it might resonate with you, Marnie.
Sort of. That's kind of something I get excited about. So, yes.
So that was on my mind recently. So when I saw that pop up, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna share that one.
Yay! Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Wow. I hope you all enjoyed today's webcast. We will be back next Wednesday. Have yourselves a lovely day.
Yes. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.
Bye for now.